Welcome to the Do Hour. I'm not a doctor by profession, but we're here to share the deep versions of words, self-care, breathing, and healing through storytelling and learning using prose and interaction. Growth is not only a matter of a life cycle, but also death, and there is a number between that. In 7 weeks, I celebrate the coexistence of life and death through a narration of self-care and growth as I turn 27 on the 7th month. And I'll be sharing a short journey of self-care and growth through 7 elements. It's 14 hours in South Africa. It's 17:30 in Bangalore, India. It's 9 hours in Belo Horizonte in Brazil. It's 14 hours in Le Havre, France. And you ask yourself, do I have to be in the same page as everyone? Or drive the car that they're driving now because we are the same age? Or just because we're on the same level of education, or same age, or friends, or family member? Do I have to be where they are? Then you look back that it's only 17:30 in Bangalore, now 17:31. They're moving at their own pace, and you just imagine that sun is setting and someone is waking up in Belo Horizonte. And do they even care about what's happening in India? No, they don't. And there's a factor again that everyone actually is factorizing on. As I'll be turning 27 on the 31st of July, and it's not me or my age. It's just a landmark of me turning 27, a mark of me turning 27. No, it's just a landmark of the 27 years that marks the year I was born on. And age is not a matter of 12 years or 27 years or 12 months. Because you question yourself, how come I fully reform in my mother's womb for 9 months, and then out of the womb I reform or grow after 12 months? And then that's a matter of, again, it's 14 hours 4 minutes in South Africa, and it's 17:34 in Bangalore. So how come that applies as well to my living? Time is a construct. Time is just a matter of creation, a construct of optimism, a construct of movement, a construct of creation again and again and again and again until we reach a point where everything just rotates. Ever wondered when time was not existent, everything was just in existence? The sun was just rotating, the moon was just there, the sea was flowing, the oceans were there, the world was there, the world clock was there but not calculated. And you ask yourself, do I have to go to the extent of killing myself or depressing myself because someone is driving a car and she's just 27, she has her own house as a child, and she has a car, and it's just finding time to gossip as a relative to someone paying your bills? That's their own time, and that's the own construct of your part in their story, and that's time on its own. And there are people who do that. There are people who find time to do that. And you find time to do what you love, as we had said in wealth, as we had said in passion, as we had said in love, that what you love, what you're passionate about, and your wealth is just you and your alignment and your mind and about your true self. So even with time is just about your true self, and being yourself at your own pace. Life may be too short, but life is just life. Time is time. Time is time, and we'll think that the days we are born are just a measure of growth, of which is just a measure of timelines, and growth is not a timeline. Tomorrow I may be doing something it took someone a year to finish in just one day, and that's growth, and growth is your own construct, and growth is your own measuring tool to figure out what you want, and it's just a matter of you, not the other person, and what we're taught in school, that time and measurements are relative, that at this time, at this age, you need to do this at this point. There's just elevation. Sometimes you just need to depreciate to find yourself at the lower point, to a point that you appreciate in your own time, and you become yourself, because time is just something that you don't read in a book. Because even books have their own time. The pages are just time, and no one tells you it takes 10 minutes to read that. It can take me a year to read one book, as it's my own time that allows me to absorb, or my own absorption capacity to read that book, as I can relate to a book that I was reading, thinking fast and slow, and I'm still reading that book since 2017. Because for me, it's not for just reading, it's just a matter of building and reconstructing their thinking, and it's a good read. It is a good read, but not for enjoying, but just to trigger your mind. And triggering the mind also enhances time or decreases your time. It depends on how you use it, because we just read, and we read. But what do we do with what we read? You may read 50 books but know nothing, because you're just reading someone else's time, and your time is not out there, and your value is not even out there, or your opinion is not even out there, because some people think that opinion is just a matter of deconstructing, but it's also a matter of an opinionated mind that is able to think on its own, because facts don't come from just something that just grew from the soil. It is just someone's idea as an opinion that was validated through surveys, through studies, through others validating them actually, and them writing a book about it and rewriting the book until it became 1,000 editions. And it then became a fact. But an opinion counts, and as much as seconds count, seconds are relative to an opinion, and facts are relative to years. So it's just a matter of understanding that time is your own, and tomorrow is your birthday. Yesterday it was someone else's. So it doesn't matter if you're the same age, but you're not on the same role, and as well, you're not the same age. You might never know how that person grew, and how their mental state is, and how their emotional state is. As there is emotional intelligence, as there is intellectual intelligence, but less of spiritual intelligence, even though it exists. And there's also a matter of understanding how they grew up, and which environment they grew up in, and the influences around them, and their perspective about life, and their perspective on issues that affect you and themselves and others as well. It's just about being versed about it, or if they're either versed or not, and also a matter of mindset. as the mindset goes, I may be carrying the smaller basket and someone is carrying the bigger basket, but what is inside is the difference. I may be carrying more eggs and them just one, because time is just a matter of elevation, but what you do within it, it's just on your own, and what you experience and what you get out of that experience is of yourself. So be at your own time, be at your own pace, have your own basket, carry as many eggs as you want. Doesn't matter if you're 15 or 30 or 60 or 75, but just make it count. As the seconds will do, it's 14 hours and some minutes in South Africa, and it's the morning in Brazil, and it's sunset in India. Just be aware that we are not all the same, but we are all on the same scope, whether up or down. Just be at your own time. Time is of your own construct, not of others. Just be aware of you in time, and in time you will be aware.